Welcome back to my channel. Today, let's talk about the truth. Why am I inspired to speak about this topic? Is because this inspiration I put on a canvas, and I believe this is the canvas where I transformed my of entire journey with my art, I would say, for the past 30 years without realizing it, that this has been my internal journey. And this painting called Layers of Truth speaks about it in volumes. And this painting is a benchmark for me. So till now, everything that I have painted, or the emotions that I have expressed through my paintings, I have I have consciously understood that this is what the truth or my emotion or my truth is all about, and this is how I will be painting for the rest of my life after this painting. So everything is pre layers of truth and post layers of truth. And I want to decode what my painting is all about in this video. I When I started painting this on this canvas, Layers of Truth, it was, I would say, at a time in my life where I was transitioning majorly, on the outside, on the inside. I had just relocated to a place out of after decades of living in a place that was my home, what I considered home. And this move was difficult for someone who's in the late 40s. That journey is always difficult. And to transition for a greater good, I would say. To me, I looked at the move was for a greater good. It was to support my son, whatever. That's a different story. And that required me to assess a lot of my internal journey from the perspective of the past to the present, and without realizing that has laid the foundation for the future as well. But that does not come easy. Uncovering the internal truth never comes easy, because the truth is always hidden or buried under many layers. It's different for you, it's different for me. I may have a mountain of layers, you may have maybe just one or two layers, or you have no layers. It's a linear journey, and it is different for each individual. And I started this painting because I love painting in oil. And then this was my first painting after relocating, that I decided, okay, let me paint in oil again. I, due to constraints of many things, I was not able to paint for a while. But when I started with this painting, it was the first one. I had no idea what I'm painting. I had no idea how to go about this. I had no place to paint. I just had a table, and I managed to get some paint and some paint brushes. And I said, okay, let me start painting this. As always, I had a background without having a background, and realizing I have no foundation for this painting. So I just textured the canvas. I said, okay, let me just start with the texture. And I put the texture on it. I took a sponge and I put grooves on it. And I said, let's see where this goes, what's happening. And usually, when you do that, at least when I do that, I am decoding a lot of information in my brain. I connect everything with my soul, and try to make sense of it to the best of my ability. And therefore began the journey of Layers of Truth. So after the texture dried, I knew I'm going to have a, a neutral background, which is going to speak of something that we all have as a mask. By that time, I knew I'm painting something which is truthful to me. I didn't know it's Layers of Truth. I didn't have a title. I didn't know anything. I just said, okay, let's just go with it. And I had just a gray background. And while I was doing, I sat and I look at my paintings. When I finish a layer, I look at it. I looked at it, I said, this is a little dingy, very gray. I'm in a country which is always gray. So I said, this is very gray and very depressing. How can I make something brighter, which at the background, so that the depressing color or the depressing emotion is hidden way behind, but it's there, it's existent. It can be interpreted as a very deep emotion. It may not be a depressing emotion. It may not be depression. It doesn't have to be any of those um, intense, intensely struggling emotions. That was not where I was. I just compared the gray to the gray. That is the climate is always gray over here. So I just thought of that, and I said, okay, this heavy emotion will go in the background, yet we will uncover everything layer by layer by layer by layer to get to the core of it. And I started with colors that I said are in life, I would say, in life, there are many bright moments in life. There are many beautiful memories. There are many beautiful experiences. Those are the brightness. So in my canvas, if you look at it, I have a lot of neutral blue, but they are different shades of blue. So I mix the blue with yellows and little bit of purple to just get different shades of blue. That was my idea, and I started layering them. My layers started going in curves. They started, because truth is never linear. It goes around, it goes around, it goes around, it circulates in your system throughout your entire life, so that it either gets buried, eventually it will come out. That's, I thought of the movement of a galaxy when I was painting this. Honestly, I thought of how a galaxy circles around the core, which is a black hole. I thought of the Milky Way, I thought of the Andromeda galaxy, and I said, okay, this is how the galaxy roams, is circulating around the black hole. At the same time, it's moving in the universe, in the cosmos. And the galaxy is so bright. The galaxy is bright because of all the stars that are emitting all the light to bring about enough lightness that we overlook the black hole. Although it's there, it's a major part of the galaxy. I was thinking of all of that, and I connected that with one's internal galaxy of finding the light within, which also circulates around the core truth, which is buried deep within most of us. Therefore, I have all these colors. There is somewhere there's a little bit of yellow, there's somewhere a little bit of textured red. I put a different layers of these colors, which are very subtle. They are hidden, but if you look at it, it's there. Red to me is the truth that we hold on to and just don't want to acknowledge it. Those are the difficult truths. Eventually, we have to face it. And usually, those kind of truths are not so, they don't dominate our life, but they are there, and they are a major part, but they are so difficult that we don't want to acknowledge it. That is why my red is little, it's subtle, it's here and there. The yellow is a softer truth, but yet at the same time, we like to keep it down so that it doesn't affect the environment or the people, our loved ones or people around who we think or assume might hurt or disturb that environment. So it's buried under lesser layers, but it's there. And then there's the majority of the blue that I painted. It's most of the truth that are connected with conviction to me. Your core beliefs, my conviction, my moral values, my idea of what dignity is, my idea of what being elegant is. Those kind of truths that are responsible for my existence, my outer behavior, how I behave with myself, with others, in life. But at the same time, those are my core values. They come from my truth, which need not be buried. So they are floating on the surface. That is why majority of my painting is all blue, if you look at it. That was the idea of the blue. And the real, what you call, what I said is the black hole in the middle of the galaxy, is painted very subtly. It is my yin and yang. the symbol of yin and yang over here, but I did not put the dots of yin and yang. And that is what is at the core of this painting. That is what is the core of the truth as I saw it suspended in immortality, suspended within me, is at the core of all our layers, is the truth that there is balance within us all. The universe is within us, and universe, I always say that in all my videos, universe has just the one job, is restoring balance, and it does whatever. It has given birth to billions of stars. It has destroyed many stars. Galaxies are born, galaxies go away. But that is the universe's way of restoring for as long as we know as humans. And that universe is within us. And within us at the core is also the sole purpose to balance our emotions, balance our values, balance our um, morals, everything that we came here to learn, balance our karma, balance our lessons, balance our purpose, figure it out, put it out there, shine the light, whatever it is. Your journey is yours, mine is mine. And I realize at the core that is the truth, the ultimate truth for me. I hope that is for you, or I hope it makes sense to you. That was my intention when I painted this, when I painted Layers of Truth, is to express myself that through uncovering, digging through all the layers of my truth, I found it is all about balance. Internally, if I balance myself, I will be a balanced soul when I'm ready to leave. That's a good place. That's a nice way to go. And I hope I have achieved that. I painted it, but I hope that this is what my journey is about. And I when I am ready to go, it'll be with a great sense of balance. I realize that's my purpose, maybe, and to put out that balance to whoever listens to me, whoever sees my paintings or not, however it is, let the universe decide. I hope this message made sense to you. And it is always my intention to bring out the best emotion in whoever's listening to my words and looking at my paintings at the same time. So stay connected with me if you like this content, this kind of content. Connect with my channel. Stay subscribe so that we can continue this journey, yours and mine.